The purpose of this video is to get through the lab, which is due on the 9th of January to the 15th of January, the first week of PHY 221. So if I've just clicked on that, and I come down and I see that this particular lab is you're not going to be able to see as a student until after the 9th of January, and on the 23rd it's going to go away forever. So you have 1 week to do it and 1 week to do corrections to it. That's the plan. There's an introductory video for you to watch, a quiz to take, and we're going to do the procedures for the Chapter 17 lab. Now the reason we're doing this is so that you don't have to go and mess with the files we're doing the labs with, because that has been a problem for the Apple people and a problem for the Windows 10 people. And as those operating systems get better, it's going to be more of a problem. So what's happening is that things that are in parentheses are things that I am going to be doing, so you don't have to. So you need to go and you need to do the quiz. You need to watch this 10-minute video or so on trig functions and percent error. You need to download the table 17 as an Excel file, print it, save it, open it, have it on a separate computer close to you. Any of those things will work. And then it says run volume 1. So I'm going to go and find volume 1. There's volume 2. There's volume 1. And I'm going to open it. A little bit of luck, your computer isn't this messy. And we're supposed to open the heat tab. Okay, so there's the heat tab. And then we're supposed to open the ideal gas tab. Ideal gas. Right there. And before we do the procedure, what we're going to do is take a little bit of time and look at the theory tab. And all those things should be in your book already, but they might be things that are useful to you. I'm not going to stay there long enough for you to read them. And but in other parts of the lab, there are things in the theory tab and things in the guide tab which are important to you knowing. So you should read both of them. Okay, back to the experiment. The procedure says to place the temperature at 50 degrees. Okay, so now I'm not at 50 degrees. Okay, so I'm at 50 degrees centigrade. Place the moles at 1 mole. I'm already there. And then change the increments on the volume from 2 to 20, a half at a time. So there's 2. And now what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to record the pressure in volume B. And, oh, there's the pressure. I see it. So we're going to record that pressure in column B of table 17. And then we're going to go up a half of a cubic meter at a time, and we're going to record the next one. And then we're going to go up a half again and record another one. And we're going to go up a half again and record maybe we are another one. And then we're going to go up another half. do another recording, go up another half, record it again. I'm now at 5. I'm going to 5.5 cubic meters. There we are, 5.5. Well, very interesting. I will get to 6. It takes me all day. Okay. Well, I've done my best to try to get to 6. So you're going to have to interpolate between 5.9 and 6.1 because I haven't been able to get my computer to go to 6. Alright, so there's the 6.1. There's the 5.9 reading. Add those two together and divide by 2 to get a 6 reading. Okay, going to 7. At 7. Going to 7.5. At 7.5. Going to 8. At 8. Going to 8.5. And I'm not going to be able to get an 8.5 reading, so we're going to have to interpolate again between the 8.4 and the 8.6. So I'll take those two numbers together, add them together, divide by 2. There's the 8.4 guy again. Going to 9. At 9. Going to 9.5. There's 9.5. Going to 10. There's 10. Going to 10.5. 10.5. Going to 11. Okay, we're going to interpolate to get the 11, so there's 11.1. There's 10.9. Going to 11.5. We're at 11.5. Go to 12. We're at 12. 12.5. We're at 12.5. Going to 13. We're at 13. Going to 13.5. Not going to get it. There's 13.4. 13.6. Add those two together, divide by 2. Going to 14. We're at 14. We're at 14.5, going to 15. At 15, going to 15.5. At 15.5, going to 16. No, we're not going to get 16. So there's 15.9, 16.1, add them together and divide by 2. Going to 16.5, at 16.5, going to 17, at 17, going to 17.5, at 17.5, going to 18, at 18, going to 18.5, at 18.5, going to 19, at 19, going to 19.5, at 19.5, going to 20 cubic meters, at 20 cubic meters. Okay, the procedure then says, so all that went into column B of our table 17. Then we're going to set the volume to 10 meters. Okay, so we're at 10 meters. We're going to set the moles to 1 mole, which it is, and we're going to change the temperature from 0 to 150 degrees in 5-degree increments. Okay, so we're going to go from 0. Okay, so I'm at 0. I'm going to go to 5. This data is going to be recorded where? Column D, delta, of table 17. Okay, going to 5, I'm at 5. Going to 10. Well, I used to be at 10. I'm at 10. Going to 15. At 15. Going to 16. Well, wait a minute. 10, 15, I want 20. At 20, going to 25. At 25, going to 30. At 30, going to 35. At 35, going to 40. At 40, going to 45. At 45, going to 50. At 50, going to 55. At 55, going to 60. At 60, going to 65. At 65, going to 70. At 70, going to 75. 75, going to 80. At 80, going to 85. At 85, going to 90. At 90, going to 95. At 95, going to 100. At 100, going to 105. At 105, going to 110. At 110, going to 115. At 115, going to 120. At 120, going to 121. No, I'm not. Going to 125. At 125, going to 130. At 130, going to 135. At 135, going to 140. At 140, going to 145. At 145 degrees Celsius, going to 150, and we're at 150. So the next thing we do is set the temperature, set the volume at 10 meters cubed, which we already are, and the temperature to 50 degrees Celsius. Which we are now at. And then we're going to take the moles and go from 0.5 to 1.5 in 0.05 increments. All right, so there we are at 0.5. And we're going to go in 0.05 increments. Okay, so record the pressure. And this pressure is being recorded in column F. Column F of table 17. Okay, at 0.5, going to 0.55. At 0.55, going to 0.60. At 0.60, going to 0.65. At 0.65, going to 0.70. At 0.70, going to 0.75. At 0.75, going to 0.80. At 0.80, going to 0.85. At 0.85, going to 0.90. At 0.90, going to 0.95. At 0.95, going to 1.00. At 1.00, going to 1.05. At 1.05, going to 1.10. At 1.10, going to 1.15. At 1.15, going to 1.20. At 1.20, going to 1.25. At 1.25, going to 1.30. At 1.30, going to 1.35. At 1.35, going to 1.40. At 1.40, going to 1.45. At 1.45, going to 1.50. And with that, we've collected all the data necessary for this lab, and now all you need to do is analyze the data. Remember that for full credit you should be on an Excel, you should submit an Excel grade sheet to the Dropbox, and it should show your calculations. This ends the recording of data for Chapter 17 lab.